What's going on, Geeks and Gamers? This is Ryan with the RK Outpost and GeeksandGamers.com, and we have been talking all week about the disaster that has been the Cyberpunk 2077 launch. Well, that disaster has just gotten even worse for CD Projekt Red, because what Sony has just done is absolutely unprecedented. We've talked all about CD Projekt Red and how they were caught lying, manipulating, and deceiving their loyal fan base when they hid all of the console footage for this game, when they refused to provide review codes for the console version of this game before launch because they knew just how bad it was. Well, now Sony has been forced to step in. Look at the headline. Sony removes Cyberpunk 2077 from PlayStation Store, will offer refunds to PlayStation players who already bought it. Now, they have kind of flip-flopped back and forth. Originally, they started refunding a couple. Then they essentially said, sorry, if you downloaded the game, we will not be offering refunds. That is typically the PlayStation refund policy, which is trash. But now, this game is so bad, this game is so broken for a lot of people on console that they are removing it from the PlayStation Store completely. This is absolute insanity. This is going to have extreme ramifications, not only for Cyberpunk 2077 and CD Projekt Red, but potentially the industry when it comes to certification of these games, all of this. But for right now, let's just focus on this. Now, this headline is basically everywhere right now, but it comes straight from the PlayStation.com website. Cyberpunk 2077 refunds. Sony Interactive Entertainment strives to ensure a high level of customer satisfaction. Therefore, we will be offering a full refund for all gamers who have purchased Cyberpunk 2077 via PlayStation Store. Sony Interactive Entertainment will also be removing Cyberpunk from the PlayStation Store until further notice. Once we have confirmed that you purchased it, we will begin processing your refund. Please note that completion of the refund may vary based on your payment method and financial institution. This is blowing up everywhere, obviously. I do have to give credit to Benji Sales. This is the first place I saw it. I made a video for my channel. Now I'm talking about it here on Geeks and Gamers. In an almost unprecedented move for a AAA game, Sony is offering a full refund for all purchases of Cyberpunk 2077 on the PlayStation Store. Like I said, this has almost never happened. I can't think of anything. I can't think of a single game that has ever launched, come out, and then PlayStation Network. Basically because, not because the company said bring it down, but because players were so outraged at the state of this game, they took it off the store. Not, hey, just wait for an update like they were saying before. No, now they won't even let you buy it there because they realize how broken this game is. I don't know why they decided that Cyberpunk was the line that they needed to draw for that, but it might have something to do with the fact that CD Projekt Red has been proven to have lied about this game. Right after 2 weeks before the launch, this is what their CEO said to their investors and to their fans. Cyberpunk 2077 runs surprisingly well on current gen consoles, according to CD Projekt's CEO. That is a direct quote from the man himself. Well, now you have fast forward to 2 weeks later, the game launches and is a disaster. You had cyberbug trending because of all the problems. Not just bugs and glitches like are expected in massive open world games, but to the level of less than 720p, less than 15 frames per second, textures not loading in for 20 seconds or more for a ton of people. That is why the game got absolutely destroyed on Metacritic for PlayStation for a 3.1 user score. Look at the critic score. Imagine how bad a game has to be to get a 54 from the critics when they finally were able to get the review copies. That's the other thing. CD Projekt Red did not provide review copies for console until the launch day of this game. They did not allow people to understand what the console version experience would be. They hid console footage, and they have admitted to all of this, every single bit. This is that apology that they put out. We would like to start by apologizing to you for not showing the game on base last gen, you mean current gen consoles, before it premiered, and in consequence, not allowing you to make a more informed decision about your purchase. We should have paid more attention to making it play better on PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, and that's exactly what they had to tell their investors in an emergency meeting as their stock plummeted. Well, I don't think this is going to be good for your stock when you wake up in the morning, CD Projekt Red. That's just my guess. Now, when you think about this fact, this unprecedented fact that they are not only offering refunds to anyone who asks for them, but they are removing it from the store. what effect is this going to have on the developers? We had heard stories about the crunch that went on for Cyberpunk 2077. Whatever you want to believe about CD Projekt Red, I think one thing that you probably shouldn't direct your anger at is the people that necessarily worked on the game. I'm pretty sure they wanted to give you the best experience they possibly could. I think a lot of this falls on the executives and the PR people who push them to cut content, who push them to cut corners in order to make this release date, and they've effectively admitted so themselves. This is an absolute fucking disaster. I don't really know any other way to put it, to be quite honest with you. And if you want to think, I know there's still some people out there that think CDPR can do absolutely no wrong, that think, oh, this is just all blown out of proportion. This should fucking get it through your head that it's not. This is not being blown out of proportion. This is not, oh, just angry people that want to be upset about it. This is Sony removing the game from their digital store because it is that broken for so many people. And if you want to think that, well, maybe CDPR pushed for them, maybe they told them to go ahead and do that. Let me show you something, because you're wrong. This was in the investor call just the other day when asked if they were working, because they told everybody, we're really sorry. Go ahead and ask Sony and Microsoft for refunds, knowing goddamn well that the refund for PlayStation Network up to this point was basically nothing. If you downloaded the game, you had to pay for it. Look at how they spin it, because they wanted to make it clear, well, we haven't actually talked to them at all. I'll start. The question is whether Microsoft and Sony are participating financially in refunds. One has to understand, they have refund policies for every product that's released digitally. Despite several articles I've seen that things are being set up just for us, it's actually not true. These policies are in place and have always been in place. They're not offered specifically for us. Essentially saying, we haven't talked to Sony, we haven't talked to Microsoft, we don't have anything in place with them. This is not some golden parachute from CD Projekt Red just because they care so much about you. No, this is from Sony, because obviously they think that this is such a disaster they have to take the game down. I don't know where we're going to go from here. I thought we were kind of at the worst of it as far as CD Projekt Red and what would happen. That's clearly not true. What does Xbox do? Does Microsoft leave it up on their store? Do they offer full refunds? Or do they leave it up there and essentially have the first Xbox exclusive Cyberpunk 2077? Who knows? I don't know what to say at this point. From the top, right? The most respected developer out there, now just in the pile with everybody else. That's kind of how public opinion is turning right now for CD Projekt Red. What do you think about this? Let me know. Smash a like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications, share this video out there, and I'll talk to you later.